Hey all you cool cats, welcome to part 3 of the Kona playthrough. If you watched the end of part 2, I rage quit because I couldn't figure out these damn wheels. So I spent another, 30 minutes, and then I got it, but it was annoying as shit. Didn't make any sense. I'm all for puzzles when they make sense.
Open sesame.
Get these damn
So
wheels.
that's where the generator key was hiding. All that was left was to use it. At last, so big an effort for an oh so tiny piece of metal.
Let's go get this damn snowmobile. You know what I'm still missing? Is the spark plug.
Carl still wasn't done with the mechanic's place.
Yeah, no shit. If I drive over to the mailbox. Where's the mailbox? Did I pass the mailbox? Seven-point turn. Is there a mailbox over here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So they said the mechanic ordered the spark plug and it was supposed to arrive in the mail. So maybe it's in the mailbox because I could not find that yesterday either. Yesterday was a bit of a shit show. Oh, is that the friggin' mailbox straight ahead? Oh, Jesus. God, all day yesterday looking for the spark plug. It's right here, right? Dear Mr. Lamoth, here is the spark plug you ordered for your Olympic Ski-Doo. Ski-Doo, this model being very popular has made it difficult to find a brand new part as quickly as usual. Thank you for choosing the garage Potvin and Fil in Chugaboomunoo or whatever. Sincerely, Gaetan Potvin. Alright. figure out where I need to go. I need to go to that ice cave where I froze to death yesterday.
The mechanic was still frozen, and Carl had everything he needed, so he felt ready to leave.
Is the heat from the engine of the Ski-Doo going to keep me from freezing to death? We'll find out. Surely I can drive into the ice cave, right?
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Jesus. Can I not drive into the... Oh, come on. I'm gonna die again. This game can be frustrating for sure. Just gonna go in here and warm up.
You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home.
Whatever, dude.
All-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death.
Wait, should I save it here in case I freeze to death in that thing again? Oh, it just saved, I think. You know what? I'm gonna double make sure.
Carl noted that a distillery like this could be useful. In what way? That remained to be seen. The cold seemed to be more brutal here than anywhere else. It seeped into bones and into every breath to get to the heart until it stopped. Carl needed to be dressed in warm clothes to survive.
Of course. And I died. Great. Oh, shit. I meant to load the next checkpoint. Oops. Oopsie daisies. I gotta find a coat.
Carl noted that a distillery like this could be useful. In what way? That remained to be seen.
Oh, Jesus. One of these houses up here has to have a coat. Oh, the chimney's going here. Someone home?
Oh, mon bonhomme.
Did that dude just shoot? Did you just shoot at me, bro?
Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'un étrange retentisse par ici. Moi te dire, je prends plus de chance depuis que ça rôde dans ce bout-là. J'ai ma carabine au bout du doigt, et puis bang, 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 si ça s'approche.
Cool.
Si tu veux du linge chaud, parce que t'es habillé comme un gars de la ville, je dirais pas non à une bonne bouteille de caribou. Puis tu pigeras ce que tu voudras parmi mes guenilles.
I don't have caribou.
Vois-tu le livre, là? C'est le Wendigo. Ouais, le Wendigo.
I don't
Un
feel like
guerrier
reading that.
qui
I just
devient
want a
loup
coat.
pour se venger de sa grosse peine. Hé, la Corriveau, Batèche, ça te passe l'envie de te marier, la Corriveau. Elle tuait tous ses maris, squick, les uns après les autres. Pas de pitié dans le mariage.
Alright. Whatever. So I guess I have to make some caribou. Which is probably at that Patriot house. Hey, oh my God, stop stuttering. House of the Patriot.
There, Carl had fed his mind, but had forgotten the harsh reality that his body also needed nourishment, especially in the dead of winter.
Let's figure out how to make this friggin' caribou.
Rock music invaded the minds of men even in the remotest of places. The man didn't own a turntable, though, so there's that going for him. You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death.
Okay. So it's a mystery ingredient. What is the mystery ingredient?
If Carl had at any point wished to get his hands on some caribou, he couldn't have wished for better than a distillery like this one.
Yeah? But how do you make it? Oh, there's a cooler over here. Please have what I need in here. That's not going to be it, is it? Beer bottle? Ooh. God damn it. It's not going to be a bottle of beer. What do I have in my trunk? Or truck bed, whatever. Bullet, steak. No, it's not going to be those things. Well, shit, it's a damn mystery.
The rag reeked of fermented vomit. Carl wondered how one could bear to live in such gross and horrid conditions.
Oh, here we go. White whiskey. Too much isn't a valid qualifier for that. Sherry wine. Okay, so I need sherry wine. Is that a Long Island iced tea? Oh, it is. Huh. I used to love Long Island iced tea. Where can I get sherry wine? Have I seen sherry wine? I'm gonna Google this. I'm not gonna run around all day looking for it. Alright, I just figured out, well, didn't figure it out. I was just told where it was, so I'll go there now. I'm taking the truck. Ah, this is a lot of friggin' work. So right out of here. Okay. Whoa. Am I going the right friggin' direction?
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
That's right, I need to turn the power back on. All right. There's the sherry wine, so I can make this weird Canadian moonshine. Is Hamilton's body still on the ground? Yes, it is. Okay. I'll leave the heat on too, because that's always good for bodies. Oops.
Felt that it was mission accomplished with the wicked nectar in his hand.
The wicked nectar in his hands. All right, Rosaire, it's me. Try not to shoot again when I come in through the door.
Critique-toi, mon caribou, pour revenir de même.
Yep.
Ah, quand on cherche, on trouve. Parce que je t'aime bien, à cette heure, je vais te dire quelque chose. Tu fais bien de prendre ma pénice. Parce que par là-bas, tu vas rencontrer le vrai froid. Un froid qui glace comme t'en as jamais connu dans ta vie.
All right. Well, thanks for the coat. Enjoy your beer. Sorry, your moonshine. Does this mean I can just be outside as much as I want? Doesn't look like it.
Cabin had been very generous to Carl. He couldn't have asked for more.
All right, here we go.
The cold seemed to be more brutal here than anywhere else. It seeped into bones and into every breath to get to the heart until it stopped. Carl needed to be dressed in warm clothes to survive. Luckily, he had the coat to protect him from the biting cold.
Oh, shit. Where's my weapons?
The flames won't grow without some help.
Oh, do not
Other
have a log.
materials were required. Another instance of this magic ice. What was this one doing, lying on the ground, so afraid? The plot thickened like water into ice. A sudden cold snap struck Carl, who felt like he was pulled into a dream. He had been running in fear from something creeping towards him, against which he couldn't do anything, only to end up like this, petrified and cold. It seemed as though Régin had been ready to take up arms and slay people like Hamilton. Could he have committed murder for his cause? Who could have gotten killed in front of his very eyes?
Regine's log, page 1, August 8th, 1970. Old Rosaire had told me the mine administrators were having us on, and that the mines from before the war were neither collapsed nor inaccessible. Well, as usual, the old man was right. Those damn English people keep lying to us every damn day because we're just slaves to them. Water boys, white Negroes, like Valliere said. We'll see who the slaves are by the end of the year. I'll set up the heart of my government in those mines. The resistance. Watch out, fat cats. I'm putting bayonets on our cannons. August 14th, 1970. The English tell us the rain is full of resources. I said rain. Region is full of resources. The resource they're forgetting about is our seniors. It's full of old people around here, and they've got plenty of resources. Old man Rosaire, in exchange for a full load of bottles of caribou a day, put us in contact with the best our country has to offer. Veterans, hunters, the salt of the earth. I'm telling you.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Okay, fine. I don't want to die. Oh man, that's a lot. But I'm going to die if I don't warm up. Are there any logs? Oh shit. Oh damn, am I going to die because I can't find a log? Oh. Oh, much better. Alright, let me go back to that log. How do I go back to it? Oh, Jesus. I have a lot of stuff. Nope, not that one. Okay, I talked about the resources. Oh, I didn't finish. Okay. These people have shotguns upon shotguns and blinds all over the territory. They agreed to lend me some, pretty much no questions asked. I still told them a big fat cat hunt was in the works. I also told them our aim was to make sure there was not a damn one of them left from here to that river. September 1st, 1970. It's even better than I thought. The guns aren't old-timey relics from the Great War. They are modern, semi-automatic weapons in there too, and dynamite stolen from the mining sites after closing. All I need now is a militia to bear these arms and kick the English out of our lands. I'm wondering who the savages will back up. I have faith that they will help us and not them. Taking back their land is a matter of principle for them. September 4th, 1970. God damn it, Gilles really has no balls. I was aware of that before bringing him into my project, but it's so insulting to be emasculated like that. He told me, in his wimpy voice, that he has something to blackmail Big Hamilton with. What's the point of blackmailing him when we could just blow his head off? I would have been better off speaking to his wife, Giselle. Now she's something, that woman. She could hold her own with a shotgun. Besides, everyone knows she's the one who wears the pants in that couple. September 18th, 1970. Lamothe has given up too, that coward. On the other hand, the Lamoths, they're not serious enough. They have a few screws loose. You can't start a revolution with crazy people. September 24th, 1970. Pierre, I know you would have been on my side. You would have been a lieutenant in my army. Rest in peace. Eaten by wolves, not an easy thing to kick the bucket. Not an easy way to kick the bucket. Some people in the village are saying that you brought this on yourself by poaching those wolves, and that in the end they brought you to justice in their own way. There will be a monument in your name in my new Quebec. September 28th, 1970. I will have to free the Manassim region all by myself. Alexander Blade didn't appreciate it when I baited him by praising his brother. That guy has changed since Pierre was found. He's been miserable. I tried talking to him about it, but that big oaf only punched the mirror, and that made his hand bleed. I'll give freedom to my country without those tender-hearted folks. They'll thank me later. October 2nd, 1970. What happened last night was horrible. I've never seen someone die like that, right next to me. I feel sick. So much blood. I'm wondering if revolution really is for me after all. Alright, what else can I take from here? Take that log, because I might need another fire later. Duct tape's always useful. Are those painkillers? It's nothing. Nothing. Smuggled booze. Now, the rifle. God, this guy's aim's so shaky. Alright. Where the hell did I come in here? Must have been that way, right? No? Over here, okay. Or not. Add the dynamite. What do I blow up? Oh, what is this?
Ice seemed to take over this place like mold. That wall wasn't there earlier. How was he going to get out of here?
Ooh, good thing I wasn't 10 feet away from that, huh?
The ice, oddly, did not budge despite the powerful fiery blast. Something was definitely rotten in this place.
Okay, then. Didn't I already take a picture of this?
Carl suddenly felt observed. He was worried about a presence around him.
If he's worried about presence, then I need to get out this. Good shot, Carl. I still have some dynamite, so how do I get out of here? So it's just taking me right back to where I started. Dynamite doesn't work. The way out has to be over here, right? That's why they had that wolf.
No stone can withstand the force of dynamite.
Oh, Jesus, it's dark now. Hopefully there's a fire pit up here somewhere. Is this a fire pit? It is. Are there any logs?
More materials were needed to stir up the flames.
Where am I? Should I go right or left? Hopefully I make it. Let me smoke a cigarette. That might help. Could I? No. Painkillers for the frostbite. Oh, there we go. Much better. Much better. All right. All right, let's get back in the truck. Drive at night's going to be super fun. Let's see, hold on. I don't even remember. Oh, I left the snowmobile at the cave. I was about to say, I don't even remember where I left that thing. But I do remember. Alright, the Blaze House.
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty. The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts. The coals were still warm. Someone must have been stirring them up.
I need some logs.
Money
Okay.
in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
Carl would have loved cookies. You and me both, dude.
The spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois homes.
Many Quebecois home. I need some firewood. Should be some around here. What is this boot?
When finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
It got eaten. Fire up this bad boy. There we go. Oh, much better.
A
Stub.
pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
Salary, 146 Canadian dollars and 33 Canadian cents.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched. The sheets were in such a way that indicated a rude awakening, followed by a hurried escape. What had happened here?
The monster. So there's wolves and some guy with blue eyes, looks like. Only the tormented mind smoke in bed. Is there another diary I can read? Yep, there we go. Louise's diary. I fear the worst for Alexander. He hardly gets any sleep. I thought it was the work, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn, he stares into the void. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him to play ball, and he didn't say a word. And that way he has. He glances at the window. Last night I heard him mumble in his sleep. He's coming, he murmured. I don't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. He couldn't remember his dream, obviously. He didn't go back to sleep after that, chain smoking the night away over the window. He told me to pack my things this morning. I wonder why. Does he himself know? We're waiting. But for what? I think I feel dread. And that's it? Oh, I want to read another page of Louise's diary. Did something just break? That wasn't... Let me get my weapon. Hello? Freaking wolves. An unsolvable accident. Over the last few days, a lack of resources forced the death investigation of Pierre Blais to come to a halt. The autopsy of the body, conducted over the last few weeks, didn't reveal any clue that could have helped the investigators, who refused to comment on what would happen next. This new development is happening in the context of the hypothesis of an accident, which is still, in spite of skepticism expressed by the local population, the ongoing official cause of death provided by the authorities. The incident is said to have occurred in the forest surrounding Lake Atempec. Pierre Blais was found lifeless 2 weeks ago, near a footpath leading to the soon-to-be-restarted copper mine. Blais, an engineer by training who was working on behalf of the consortium headed by William Hamilton, was reportedly in charge of the development plan surrounding the reopening of the mine. At first, police had disclosed that the body had been desecrated. Today, the official version is that it was partially devoured by beasts, hence the original assumption that a crime had been committed. Oh, wow, okay. Bulb is burned out. So I still need a wire. There was a shed. I'll get another log too before I go for the shed. Inventory's full. What can I get rid of? I don't know why I need all these beer bottles. I'm going to discard that. I'll keep the painkillers though. Alright. Let's go check out the shed. Okay, so I can't get in the shed. Why is that up next to the window? Is that a ladder? No, it's just a plank. Can't do anything with it.
Little Martin Blais with his Uncle Pierre. There was a deep sense of bonding and pride coming out of the picture. Carl felt sorry for the man. No one deserved such a cruel fate. The picture had been taken inside the house. It was the same wallpaper. Judging by the smiles, nobody suspected the impending misfortunes. Money in a jar. What a shame.
Cookies.
Carl would have loved cookies.
Did I check everything in this house? I did, right? Let's give Carl a cigarette. He loves his cigarettes. Alright. Oh. It's a lot of information. Try and see if I've solved anything here. Okay, that's the girl. She was the one in the urn. Okay. Village house. Okay. Investigative hypothesis. I can easily trace back the chain of events. Hamilton wants to send a very... Oh, I've already read that. Never mind. Okay. I did not read this before. The young woman. The file seems incomplete. Who is this Cree woman and what happened to her? Everything points to a certain death, but no death certificate. I'm no doctor, but I know fresh blood when I see it. Someone bled profusely in this office less than 2 days ago. Nothing weird about that unless who was at the bottom of this pit? An open grave, and it was certainly not for an animal. A small person. Dug up recently, methodically. I'm not sure what question I should be asking. Why did someone dig them up? Or why were they buried there in the first place? The blood, the disturbed burial site, the wounded victim treated at the doctor's office, all this leads to one conclusion. A deadly hunting accident. A young Cree woman in the wrong place at the wrong time. A scheme to keep it all hidden. What a mess. And then we have all these biographies. Okay, so a young woman was killed, possibly a hunting accident. I don't know where the key is for that. Key is for that shed. I probably need to get in there. There's no key. I need wire. But I don't have wire. So... what should I do? Guess I'm gonna have to go driving. Key must not be here. Key of the shed. I mean, I'm definitely making progress because it's dark. It was daylight when I started this bad boy. Okay, there's the general store. Have I been to those cabins? I don't know. Like I passed them. Should have been on my left over here. Oh, right there.
It was obviously a timber company. Klutze was most likely the type of boss to never be around. A faceless name, so to speak.
The woodlots.
It served as a reminder that the big boss, William Hamilton, had been killed. It was a typical shack, just like the ones you hear about in Quebecois legends. Local lumberjacks used it to rest and twice a day eat up their pea soup.
Let me go grab another log before I forget. And then I'll check out this cabin. There we go. Alright, what do we have in here? We have the suitcase.
Who quits a game one step away from victory?
Any wire in here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, not much to see in this cabin. Oh, this may have been a bad idea. Come here without the truck. But I have a winter coat, so hopefully that means I'll survive out here. Oh shit, I didn't know there was another road. Okay. I definitely need to go this way first.
Welcome to Alibaba's Cave, Lumberjack Edition. Surely Carl would find something worth his time in here.
How about that chainsaw? No, I just want to turn it on. Oh, can't carry the chainsaw. Forest cabin key, okay. Tool shed note. To Paul and Jean-Pierre. Don't forget to return the key for the cabin if you have to use it. Thank you. Your supervisor. P.S. The next bus for Chigamu will be October 12th. Next one is 2 weeks later. Is that all that's useful in this cabin? Okay. I wonder if I could just cut across here.
Someone had been playing with a crossbow here. A very dangerous game. A bolt could hit someone's tire or their eye. It could even kill someone if the aim was right.
Sure could have.
Without a single window to brighten things up, the inside of the cabin was almost pitch black. Beware of close encounters of knee and furniture. Solitaire, a card game only hermits can truly enjoy. Carl felt depressed at the thought of playing this.
So I assume that the key I found probably goes to the Blaze's cabin. So how about we go to Blaze's cabin for the fourth video. Oh, who's that? Toothbrush.
Everything was set up for a well-deserved snack. It seemed like the place hadn't been empty for long, but without knowing exactly why, Carl had the feeling no one was coming back anytime soon.
Let me just look around just for a second. He's not picking up his... It's fine. I have enough fire kits. Alright, let me get back in here and save, and then we'll end video 3. and I'll see you in video 4. Alright, see you next time.